How's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today what I have for everyone is my full review of the Mago Bluetooth earbud. So maybe you're new to the channel or maybe you're returning, but typically how my review process goes is I shoot my unboxing and first impressions video, then my review process starts, and once I feel like I got a handle on everything that I want to talk about and cover with you guys and gals, then it's review time. So without further ado, let's get into this full review. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall build quality and design of the earphone itself. Now, talking about the overall build quality here, this Bluetooth earbud is made primarily out of plastic and glossy materials. So, as you can imagine, it's very fingerprint prone, but aside from that, the buttons are very tactile and give you a nice responsive and clicky feedback. So it's really nice. Really nice. Other than that, the overall build quality is top notch. And as for the design, this slips right onto your ear. As you guys can see, if you check out my fit and sound demo, I'll leave a card to that up here, and I'll link it down below in the video description. But the design itself actually makes it very comfortable, and it's not fatiguing when I use this earphone for long periods of time. Other than that, as I said, the build quality is top notch, the design is pretty good, so let's keep it moving. Now let's go over the core features of this earphone. Now, core feature number one, and probably the most important thing to me, because I'm trying to live that hashtag wireless lifestyle, is the fact that this earphone incorporates Bluetooth technology in it. And in particular, this has Bluetooth 4.1 technology in it, which is really good. Other than that, this earphone also incorporates a dedicated microphone inside of it, so you can make and receive phone calls and interact with your devices using voice commands. And spoiler, the mic on this, even though we're going to talk about it in a little bit, is really good. Alright? Okay. Other than that, the last core feature of this earphone, and probably the thing that made me the most happiest, is that this earphone has built-in dual pair functionality in it, which we're going to demo later on in this video. That pretty much goes over the core features of this earphone, and now let's keep it moving. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall sound quality and the volume of this bad boy right here. Now, talking about the overall sound quality, I have to say that it's pretty good. It gets very loud, crisp, and clear throughout, and there's no distortion on the high end of the volume spectrum or the low end. So really good stuff there. Okay? Other than that, there is a downside because this earphone has absolutely no bass to it. So if you're a music head and you like the bass in your songs and tracks, you may want to look elsewhere other than this. Other than that, the overall sound quality and volume is really good. Now, moving on, let's talk about the mic quality in this bad boy. Now, the primary microphone is right here, I want to say, and this is the primary speaker. Okay, now talking about the microphone quality, I have to say that it's really good. Whether I was taking or making voice calls or interacting with my devices using voice commands, I didn't have any issues. And in particular, when I was on voice calls, the callers really couldn't tell the difference between me using the built-in receiver on my devices or the microphone on the Bluetooth earpiece itself. So that's just a testament to how good the overall mic quality is in this bad boy. Alright? Cool. Now, moving on, the next thing I want to go over is the steps to pair for this bad boy here. And pretty much these steps are universal. As long as your device has Bluetooth functionality in it, these steps should work no matter what it is. They just look different across the devices and across the platforms. But the steps themselves are the same. Okay? Now, starting off, the first thing you want to do is power on your device and put it into pairing mode. Alright, now for this earpiece, it's really nice because you get nice little audible cues. I'm going to go ahead and try to hold it up to the mic so y'all can hear this. And let's do this. So the first thing you want to do is press and hold the call/power button. It's going to say power on. Then you want to keep holding till it says pairing mode, and then you will be good to go. So here we go. There we have it. It said power on, and it said pairing mode, and now we're ready to get started. Also, you have a nice visual representation with the flashing red and blue LEDs. This also indicates that the device is now in pairing mode and ready to get paired up to any one of your Bluetooth compatible devices. Now, moving on. Now, we're using Android today, but as I said, these steps are universal. So they'll work across iOS, Windows, and Android, no matter what you have, okay? So the next thing you want to do is on the device that you're trying to pair, you want to swipe from the notification shade, swipe down twice, then go into the Bluetooth settings here by pressing and holding. Now, when you turn on the Bluetooth, it will automatically scan. Now, I already preset this to make this video as fast as possible, but once it's scanning here, as you can see, we got the little spinning circle there. You want to look for this right here, F700. That's the model number, and what you want to do is you want to tap on this, and it's going to begin the pairing process. Then you want to tap pair right here, and you'll get a nice little audible tone letting you know the device is connected. So here we go. There you go. Now, you can also pair up a secondary device by redoing the same steps. But first, you have to turn off the Bluetooth on the first primary device. So we're going to turn Bluetooth off here. Okay, turn that off. You're going to get an audible tone letting you know that the device is disconnected. Now you want to power it off and put it back into pairing mode by powering on, pressing holding till the lights flash red and blue, and then you're going to pair up the secondary device. So here we go. We're going to do this the second time. So power it off. Okay, now it's off. Now you want to power back on and put it in pair mode. Alright, there we go. Now on your secondary device, you want to do the same steps. So again, swipe the notification pull down, press and hold on the Bluetooth, and this is a newer Android device, so you want to click on pair new device. It's going to scan, and then you want to look for it again, F700 right here. It's going to go through the pairing steps. You click pair, and there you go. It's connected up. Now to repair your first device, just turn the Bluetooth on, and it should reconnect automatically. So here you go. And you're reconnected, so now you're connected to two Bluetooth compatible devices simultaneously. Okay? Good stuff there. And this pretty much goes over the overall pairing steps. Alright, so now let me turn these back off to conserve battery here. Alright, and now let's keep it moving. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys and gals about, whoops, as I knock over something, as I always do. The next thing I want to talk to you guys and gals about now is the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. We're not going to edit that out. It is what it is. Probably need to get a bigger desk. Now, talking about the overall Bluetooth range and the Bluetooth strength, in terms of the overall Bluetooth range, the manufacturer quoted that this earphone should have a range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Now, I found that in practical testing, it's a little short, okay? On average, I found that when I do my primary testing for range, typically I connect up a device, then I keep walking till the device disconnects or the strength of the device gets weak. And I found that in my testing, right around the 15-foot mark, it starts to get weak and it starts to disconnect. So in that regard, the overall Bluetooth range is very weak. Instead of being 33 feet, it's actually 15. And the same thing goes for the overall Bluetooth strength. I noticed that unless my device was within 7 feet, then I noticed I had a lot of connectivity issues. So if you pick up this earphone, you want to keep the earphone itself and the connected device in really close proximity. Okay? That and the bass issue is probably the biggest downsides to this earphone. But that pretty much covers the Bluetooth range and the Bluetooth strength. Next, let's talk about the overall durability of this earphone here. Now, I've been using this bad boy for almost 2 weeks, and I have not been treating it kindly. And as you can see, it is still in brand new condition. If we get some focus here. There you go, sorry about that. Anyways, having some focusing issues today. But as you can see, it is in fairly brand new condition. And there is no scratches, there's no dings, there's no dents. And that's saying a lot because I really put this bad boy through the ringer. I've dropped it out of my pocket several times. I've dropped it off of my nightstands several times. It's fallen off of my dresser several times. And it still works and functions as if brand new. So that's just an overall testament to the overall durability. Okay, so the durability on here is top notch. Now, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall charge times and the overall battery life. Now, one thing I want to mention before we get into my particular results is that I've converted every charging thing in my house over to fast charging. So whether I'm plugging in a smartphone, whether I'm plugging in a tablet, whatever it is, it's all using fast charging of some sort. So if you use the included cable and you have your own brick and it's not a fast charging brick, your results may vary. Other than that, I also want to point out that my particular usage is heavy. And what I do with my Bluetooth devices is I physically max them out first using the onboard controls, and then I control them digitally through my connected devices. And on average, when I wasn't testing this bad boy, I usually kept it at about 50%. I just want to make sure y'all know all the criteria before we talk about my results. Now, moving on. When we talk about the overall charge times, the manufacturer quoted that this earphone should take approximately 2 hours to reach a full charge. And I found that with my particular testing, that's pretty much right on the money. From dead to full is about 2 hours. From right when I get the low battery warning, then I'm getting about 1 hour and 55 minutes to reach a full charge. So that's what my particular results were, anywhere from 1 hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours to reach a full charge, depending on when and where I plugged it in. And again, your guys' results may vary. Now, talking about the overall battery life, the manufacturer quotes this bad boy of having 9 hours of talk time on the user manual and 10 hours of talk time on the website, and then it has separate times for music and all that jazz. I don't separate my usage like that. I just combine everything into one overall usage, and I tell y'all my results. So with combined usage, I found that with my particular testing, I was getting anywhere from 8 hours of usage to 10 hours of usage, depending on what I was doing. On days when I used just one device at a time, then I was getting about 10 hours of usage. On days when I used both my devices simultaneously, then I was getting about 8 hours of usage. And this style of usage was very heavy, so I had push notifications on, I had everything coming through, I was taking phone calls, I was listening to music, I was watching YouTube videos, I was streaming Netflix, so on and so forth. Very heavy usage. Okay? And again, that was my particular results. So again, let me summarize. In terms of battery life, my results were 1 hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours. battery life. In terms of charge times, my results were an hour and 55 minutes to 2 hours. In terms of battery life, I'm looking at 8 hours to 10 hours of overall usage. So that's pretty good when you consider what we're working with here. Alright, next now I just want to summarize the positives and the negatives, and then we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give you guys and gals my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So let's start off with the positives. The overall build quality and design on this device is really, really good. The overall mic performance and mic quality is really, really good. The overall sound quality and volume on this device is really, really good. And the fact that you get the ability to pair up two devices and use them simultaneously is a really, really nice touch. The battery life is really good, especially when you look at it in comparison to the overall charge times. All you're really doing is taking 2 hours out your day, and then you got 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours of overall usage. So that's really, really nice. Okay? Other than that, when we talk about the negatives, again, there's really only three. Okay? The headphone itself does not have any bass whatsoever. So if you're picking this bad boy up and you wanted some nice bass, some nice volume, and some nice clarity, you only get two of the three because there's no bass on this bad boy here. And the overall Bluetooth range and Bluetooth strength is lacking. Okay, it's lacking severely. Other than that, there are no other negatives that came to mind during my testing or during this full review. You guys and gals know we do this whole thing off the top of the dome. It is what it is. But that pretty much goes over the positives and the negatives. Now let's go ahead and talk about the price. And I'm going to give you guys and gals my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. Now, I picked this up via Amazon, and this bad boy was available through the Amazon Prime shipping. So, what does that mean? For Amazon Prime customers, that means you get free 2-day shipping on all Amazon Prime eligible products. And I am an Amazon Prime customer, and the shipping was actually very fast, and the device came without issue. So good stuff there. That being said, if you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you do need to be mindful of the shipping and handling and the taxes for your area. Just want to keep that in mind. But that being said, at checkout, this bad boy ran me approximately $15. Now, I'll be sure to throw up the exact pricing in post so you guys and gals know exactly what I paid, because we keep it straight 100 around here. That being said, you guys and gals are probably wondering, for that price, can I recommend that y'all pick up this earphone? And I would have to say, as long as you're mindful and you think that you can put up with the negatives of the earphone, then I would have to say yes. For that price, I can easily recommend this device or product. That being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please help your boy out and give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget, feel free to check out my fit and sound demo, again linked in the cards above and linked down below in the video description. If this video piqued your interest and you would like to know where you can pick up this earphone at some really great prices, all the links to where to pick this up at some really great prices will be available also down below in the video description. So, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. That being said, this whole video was recorded using the 12 megapixel rear-facing camera on the Google Pixel XL, first generation, in 720p at 30 frames per second. And all of the audio you guys and gals are hearing is being recorded using the Boya MM01 microphone. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality and what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. Also, if you guys and gals have any questions on anything that I did not cover, or you feel that I was unclear in a specific aspect and you would like to know more about it, please leave all your questions and comments down below in the comments, and I get back to all questions in a timely fashion. That being said, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace, everyone.